before he details of short sales. I've got a couple examples here of short sales that we've done recently, just to show you how they work and show you the logic or illogic of the bank. This is a property a gentleman had. He had paid $950 for it. He put $200 of his own money into it, and so he's got $200 of his own money in it in the bank, and he owes the bank $750. He couldn't sell it for a year. It's $650, $750. He was willing to bring money to the table to get it off the books to sell it. The bank said no. He actually couldn't find a buyer. Finally, they came to me and said, "What would you do? We need the hired gun to take care of this." So what I said was put it on the market for a fire sale price. We listed it for $400,000. We got an immediate cash offer for $400,000. This buyer was jumping up and down. I'm going to get this for $400,000. Now at that price, the bank's going to take a $350,000 haircut on their loan. So what was their response? Their response was, no way, we're not going to settle for $400,000, but we'll take $410,000. Okay, and that's the way this works. It's negotiation. They're not going to say yes to anything you offer. They're going to come back, and they're going to counter back. So keep that in mind. Don't get emotionally involved, and keep that in mind. So the bank ended up taking a $340,000 haircut. The real estate agents made $20,000 in commissions on that deal. The buyer got a screaming deal, and a foreclosure was averted. Now I say this, a foreclosure was averted with tongue-in-cheek. This gentleman had a $15 million, the seller, the homeowner in trouble, had a $15 million business. In his hardship letter, he wrote that his hardship was he didn't have money to keep his daughter in private college. He had to take her and put her in public college. That was his hardship. Money was that tight for him. And I kid you not, I always submit exactly what my clients give me. I consider that to be what we have to work with. I don't try and doctor this stuff. That's fraud. So the bank said, like I said, they said, no way, we'll take $400, but we'll take $410. They got their pound of flesh. The homeowner had to give up a $10,000 cash contribution as well. He had not missed the payment. So he had a $750,000 mortgage one day, and the next day he was off the book. He got rid of a property that was $300,000 upside down. Here's the settlement letter, and that $10,000 that I told you cash contribution he made, I said, we'll get you that, Mr. Chase Bank, but in return you need to waive any deficiency rights that you have. So it's a negotiation again, back and forth. He gave up $10,000 cash, but in return we got them to put in the letter, approval letter, that they're not going to come after him for the balance. This is a dance. This is how professionals do this. So they got an extra $10,000 cash. Homeowner was stoked to get rid of that loan. Buyer got a deal. Now, this works on affordable properties too. Here's an example of a little property we just did down in Oceanside. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. This gentleman owed $327,000. He bought it in 2003 and 2004, never refinanced, had one big fat countrywide loan, later managed by Bank of America. We got the bank to settle for $118,000 on that. We just held firm and told them, it's in an okay neighborhood, market's going down. If you don't take 118 now, we'll talk in 6 months when you take a 98. And eventually they have two choices. They can foreclose or they can take my offer. They took our offer. The bank haircut on that was $200,000 and agents made $7,000 commission. And the investor resells it for $145. The reason I know these numbers is because we did this. I did this with my partner. We paid $118 cash for it. We put a little love into it. And then we have offers for $145. We'll walk away with $20,000. And as Reggie says, the cheese is moved. We're not making $60,000, $80,000 hits in these deals anymore. But what we're doing is creating equity out of thin air by convincing or expecting or hoping that the bank will settle for less. So any questions about this one here? BPO came in on this one at $145,000. And they settled for 118. So if you do the math on that, that's 80% of value.